Hi folks, the latest video on our YouTube channel, GBL The Old Church 5-Acre Homestead, is going to be about beautiful beets, and more particularly about beet leaves or beet greens. And this video is also a collaboration attempt to ask you to share with us your favorite beet recipes and your recipes for beet greens. And while you give that some thought, take a look at the video that is currently streaming. It was recorded on Saturday, August the 7th, around 7 a.m. Now folks, if you are ever feeling discouraged and doubtful that your beets are actually growing, here's a little experiment. Take a break from your garden, go away for a day or so, and then return. That little break from your garden will dispel any doubts that you have that your beets aren't growing. And now, take a look at this next clip. This clip was recorded this morning, Monday, August the 9th at 6:30 a.m. Miss Betty and I did take a break from our garden for a couple of days. We went to St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada to get some supplies for our outdoor kitchen that we are constructing. And ladies and gentlemen, folks, that is a video series that we are currently working on and is currently posted to our YouTube channel. So please check that out. Now, let's get back to those beautiful beets and the reason for this video today. Before we get into sharing our recipes for beet greens, let's talk about growing beets and answer a few questions. So here goes the first question. What kind of soil is best for growing beets? And my well-experienced answer is that beets prefer loose soil with lots of organic compost. And you can get this compost from any of the big box stores or nurseries, or you can make your own compost. And here's what we did. To our beet beds, we added 4-year-old composted chicken manure. My grandson and I, we also went worm hunting back in the spring around the middle of May, and we collected lots of earthworms that we put directly into the soil in our beet beds. And we actually do have a video here on our YouTube channel of my grandson and I worm hunting. It's called The Worm Whisperer, and please go check that out. In addition to the organic compost and the worms that we added directly to this bed, what else did we do? Well folks, here's another thing that we did for our beet beds. All winter, we collected stove ashes from our 2 wood stoves, and this we amended directly into the soil of our beet beds. Beets love potassium, potash, and calcium and other trace minerals essential for healthy growing vegetables. And as an aside note, you can add stove ashes to your carrot beds, your onion beds, and other root vegetable beds. Here's another question you might ask. During the summer, during the growing season, should I fertilize my beet beds with any special kind of liquid fertilizer? And the quick answer is yes, if you feel your soil does not have a lot of organic material or minerals. And again, you can go to any one of those big box stores or to a nursery and purchase fertilizer for your beet garden. Here's what we did. We use good old water every couple of days on our vegetable beds, including our beet beds. But once every couple of weeks, we had liquid fertilizer or tea that we make ourselves from stone dust. And you did hear that correctly, from stone dust. Stone dust that we got at a local quarry just outside of Gander, Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada. We sift the stone dust into a fine powder, and this we mix into a large 5-gallon bucket with water and feed all of our growing plants. Stone dust, ladies and gentlemen, is rich in potassium, calcium, magnesium, iron, and many other trace minerals vital for healthy growing vegetable plants, fruit plants, herbs, flowers, and even for your lawns. And for a more detailed discussion on stone dust fertilizer, please check out the video on our YouTube channel of the same name, Stone Dust Fertilizer for larger, bigger, healthy plants. And now folks, let's talk about recipes or uses for those beautiful beet greens. Did you know, for example, that beet greens are an excellent substitute for spinach, meaning that for many recipes that call for spinach, you can use beet greens instead? You can also rinse off your beet greens and put them directly in the microwave for about 7 to 10 minutes until they are nice and tender. Beet greens can also be added to salads, to soups and stews, and even to omelets. And for an extra special treat, sauté your beet greens in olive oil with minced garlic and chopped onions, and at the end, add some bacon bits and some feta cheese. An excellent, excellent treat and very tasty. Now, here's a question directly for you. What do you do with your beet greens? What recipes, what uses do you have for beet greens? Please share them with us. Send us a comment, and we would like to share them with all who are watching this video. One other thing that Miss Betty and I are going to do now over the next couple of days is that we are going to be thinning out our beet greens in our beet beds. For the rest of the growing season, we want most of the energy and growing to take place in the root or bulb of the beet plant. To accomplish this, we must thin out the beet greens. And during the thinning process, we will snip off 1 or 2 leaves from each of the growing beet plants. And folks, if you plan to snip off your beet greens, be sure to do so about 1 inch or so from the base of the plant. We will wash and clean these beet greens, and these we will use probably in a salad. I would like to add here too, folks, that during the thinning process of these beet greens, you're probably going to get a lot of beet greens or beet leaves, and you're not going to know what to do with them all. Besides giving some away to family and friends and to your neighbors, you can prepare some for the winter. Beet greens can be blanched like many other leafy vegetables. You will need to place your beet leaves into a pot of boiling hot water for about 2 minutes. Remove from the boiling water and place directly into a bath of very, very cold ice water. From the cold ice bath, the beet greens can be placed into plastic bags and taken to your freezer and preserved for the winter months. If you wish to follow along with a more step-by-step detailed process on how blanching does work, just go online and follow any of the online blanching recipes. And again, folks, here's that same direct question to you. What do you do with your beet greens? What uses, what recipes do you have for beet greens? Please share them with us in the comments at the end of this video. Miss Betty and I look forward to your comments at the end of our videos, and we read and respond to every single one. And besides the comments, folks, Miss Betty and I would very much appreciate you sending along some pictures and perhaps some short videos of your beet gardens and beet beds. Besides our YouTube channel, we also have a Facebook group of the same name. And you are, of course, welcome to join us there and upload any of your videos, pictures, comments, and as another way to continue the conversation and to grow our community. And now, folks, I would like to say, I hope you enjoyed this latest video from us, from GBL, the Old Church, 5 Acre Homestead. We certainly hope that you learned something about beet greens and about planting and growing beets, and we also hope that you take up the challenge and that you do share some of your recipes, some of your uses for beet greens with us and with our YouTube community. And that you also share some of your pictures and some of your videos with us on our Facebook group of the same name. Again, folks, thank you so very much for watching our latest video. And of course, please like and share our video with your family and your friends. And if you have not done so, to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, GBL, The Old Church 5 Acre Homestead. And folks, did you know that subscribing to YouTube is free and that it is a very easy process? All you need to do, folks, is hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner of this video and follow the very simple, very easy process to subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.